Shit.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Starstable festivals. Oh my god, I have been waiting this so long and finally it is here, and it is also nice to see that people are actually wearing the similar outfit as me, because this is so perfect. I love this blue. This is a horse I have been wanting for years since it came out. Didn't it come out in 2020 or 21? Anyways, it's been at least 3 years, so finally it's going to be time to buy this beauty. And I was typing a lot of names, and the others could be like Moonlight or Strawberry or Sweetheart, but I think that Vanilla is going to be very special for her. Not very special because it's very used, but it fits on her so perfectly that I would feel bad if I don't do it. And you're gonna be an adult and you are so pretty. You know that? Yeah, you know that. Of course you know that. The sad thing is that again, one Andalusians are leaving, so I might need to collect a couple of them as well. I kind of want all of them. I don't know if I can have all of them because I'm not planning to buy any starcoins soon. And this is also a horse I have been wanting so long. It's so special. Why do I always talk like this? I don't know. Now we need the name. It's gonna be a stallion. Okay, in the name I have Lion King, Earthquake, but I don't know if Earthquake is actually on use already on my Pasofino. How did I forget about that? So Lion King, Moonlight is an amazing name, but it doesn't fit for a stallion in my opinion. So Night Star, Foxtail, Firecracker, and hey, yes, we're gonna take that. Crown, Crimson, okay. Crown Guardian. Hell, oh my god, Starstable, I love you so much. Thank God they have this thing. Oh my lord. I had no clue I named a horse after that already. Since when do they have this? That they actually not, they'll tell you. This was also like very used name, but I don't really care about it. Thunderbolt, Stallion, Adult, okay. Somehow I kind of see the personality on this horse, and I kind of have trouble to see that it would fit on her, but him. So these are the horses which are going to live, and I have only this. This is my favorite, then comes this, and these are like, I really want all of them because I see a lot of differences between this. So this horse gives me kind of vibes of Lord of the Rings. I don't know why, it's kind of like a warrior horse. Okay, we're gonna take this one, and you are going to be finally Lion King. And I already have a horse named Spirit. Like, you are not like, okay, how would I say it correctly? You are not a real Starstable player if you don't have a one horse named Spirit. Or Fire Factor. Okay, should we take a Fire Factor? Because that's a kind of name I never see anyone using, and I think it's very adorable. Very special name. Use this if you wanna be not like other players. Lol. And stable, yes. I wanna check the festivals next, and I need to tell you a very juicy story time which came on my mind a couple of days ago. Funny story time is, this is in real life story time. This did not happen in game. My family has own stable. You get it? Why would you not get it? Oh my god. And my mom has a riding school. What happened is that, okay, first, this thing happened in between 2014 between 2020, so it has like, what, 6 year distance, but every year there was no drama, there was like a little pause. Oh, this looks so cool. Oh, and you have a cute horse. Okay, since we have own stable, I had of course own horses. And I had ponies. I had 2 ponies. We had other horses, but I was very active rider, so I did not use our horses which was used in lessons because it would take it away. Like, we don't run our horses many times per day. We find it kind of animal abuse. So one horse riding lesson per day is max for our horses, and okay, it can go for another one as well if it's only for like literally beginner where you just walk around or trot a little bit. So we don't have like many stable has that the horses run for 4 hours per day. That's what we find as abuse. That's why I had own ponies which were not in lesson, but they were in lessons if I wasn't riding them that day or 4 days because of my school, because I was 13 at the time, so I had school. We had like even a friend group, like I love these people. We had like like little gangs with certain people. It was not close even whole customers, but this was like people who were around my age in that time. There were girls who were riding in my mom's stable. And how many people ended in that? The gangs don't sound like crime stuff now. I meant like we were a huge friend group. And there was at the best maybe 8 people. Like it was huge and it was very nice. Like it was nice to have always friends in the stable who you knew and who like were you like friends. And in this group there was one girl who was 1 year older than I, and we could name her Jessica. It was not her real name, and there was no a girl named Jessica. So if someone of these people who was in this gang sees this video, you don't have to sue me or whatever, so whatsoever, okay? Why am I always jumping off of the topic like this? Jessica is 1 year older than I, and she's in this friend group as well. And I could smell very quick that she was very manipulative. She was very like, she was that girl who cannot be in the friends, like in a friend group, because she's always jealous and trust talking everyone. Like you know, everyone knows this type of a girl. And Jessica was very jealous of me because of my ponies, because we were in an age that everyone wanted to have a horse. And she was very jealous because she really liked the other pony I had, who was a Welsh bee pony, and she was very jealous of it. And she started to be first very good friend with me. Like we weren't ever besties because I have always like, this sounds weird and this sounds like I would be very flexing of myself, but I was and I'm still very good at smelling people if they're toxic. So I was very good at sniffing if people has something other in the mind than actually being friends with you. Ooh, we can level up. A nice silver, good job. And Jessica was very like, we were never that close because I could sniff immediately what she was. And she was always trash talking everyone around in that friend group. Like when someone was not there, she was always trash talking her. And it was not only me, it was like everyone. And you could see from her personality that when she asked something, she just wanted to get info from you, that so she could trash talk you behind your back. Like you could see from her face, like she was very manipulative. She was good at manipulating, but she was very bad at hiding it. So she at some point started to be very friends with me. I think at first it was very innocent, like she actually was just very interested in me in a friend way, when we before were always like friends who could meet only with when there was other people, if you get. Like we were in a friend group, we were not close, we were just a friend group in a stable. She was very close, some of these people in that horse group, but not with me. And she kind of had the habit to jump from every girl, like hop to be besties with, like she had this habit. And then it was my turn. Like she came along with other people, but she wanted to be always close with that one person, and that one person always switched. I hope I wasn't too confusing. And now it was my turn to be very close with her, and we were never besties. As I said, I knew what she like wanted, but I wanted to like kind of still be friends with her. As I said, I was only 13, I wasn't that smart. But our friendship was never long, like special long. It lasted really maybe 2 months. I visited her and that stuff like out of the stable. Very fast after 2 months, she immediately switched her bestie again. Like this was her habit, and I wasn't sad of it. I was very okay with it. And this another bestie she had, we could name Rosie. That was a very weird name. And Rosie was the newest person in that horse friend group. And she was also she wasn't manipulative, but she was very mean. She was always saying things very straight in a negative way. She was always like, oh, I know everything person without actually knowing anything of she was always that person who was like, actually, you get what I mean? And very quick they started to go two against me all the time, and because both started to be very jealous of this pony I had. Because they both liked her very much, but they could not ride her every day, very rarely, because I always was riding this pony, because it was my pony. And the other started to be like, this pony had a leg injury, which was like, she could be ridden but not harsh, and this leg injury came long time ago. She was very good, like a show jumping horse, very successful, and then accident happened, this leg could never fully recover, and she got sold and we bought it. This leg injury was perfect for a child who likes to ride some like every day, but not combative way. And these girls were very against it. They thought I was always super afraid to ride her, and they started to pick me up that I actually cared for this pony. Like, this is a sick thing to think. They started to trash talk me in front of me, straight to my face, that I refused to jump big fences with this horse. They just wanted to see me fall off, like seriously, because they both had habit to fall off from this horse. And funny thing is that I never fell off from her, because she was actually kind of like, many people describe that she was pony for only one person. And this sounds like some kind of movie, but she was very that type of a horse. Like, everyone could ride her, but if you made a mistake as someone she doesn't really know you well, she would show it you immediately and buck you off. She knew what she was doing, and she did not like if you didn't know what you were doing. And so the girls thought, Jessica and Rose, that I would fall off from her, and they started to be very toxic, and they were always trying to manipulate me by attacking me and being like, are you scared? Because I refused to jump and go how they told me to do. And I really wished that I could jump big fences with her, but I could not because of the leg injury. Like, she did not have any trouble if you jump little fences and if you ride normally, but if it was like any bigger where actually the leg needs to like use a lot of weight in it, she would be like dragging her leg for a couple of days. Like, what is the right word in English again? Like, when you are walking with 3 legs, kind of like, you cannot put any weight on the leg for a couple of days. That's how the leg worked. So you can understand what I mean. I don't remember any drama. These people, Jessica and Rose, bring a lot of drama between anyone and everyone all the time, trying to manipulate people to like ruin their horses. Rose at some point stops riding completely. She was there for maybe a year, and it was just the same stuff all the time, so I don't really want to put it. This video would be super long if I start to bring everything what they did up. But 2015 comes, end of 2015, and it's thing with me is that I turned 15 and I started to be very tall. I don't know in feet, again, I'm sorry if you're from USA, but in centimeters I was 170, so I did not fit from my height to a Welsh bee pony anymore, because Welsh bee pony is kids pony, kind of teenagers pony, whatever. So it was time for me to get a new horse, and I was looking for a Finn horse. Everyone kind of knows it, it's in the game as well. We were looking, oh my god, don't give me any, no, okay, fuck this. Fuck you. So yeah, I especially wanted to have a Finn horse because Finn horses kind of, they're like all around horses, and I wanted to have a horse who I could actually competitive, like started to be very competitive and train. And at that point, I had a new best friend from that horse group. Like, she wasn't really part of it before, but we started to have a lot of in common. I'm gonna name her Emma, and that was what she was named. She was very nice. She wasn't mean, she was very nice, like a really nice person, and she still is. So me and Emma started to be besties, and Jessica tried maybe year before manipulate Emma to do this and this and this, like ride our horses behind my mom's back, for example, without any bridle in their which is something my mom would rage a lot because it's a safety issue. You don't do that. You don't ride other people's horses when, especially without no equipment in a field when they're with other horses. That can be very dangerous, and especially when you're a child. My mom, if something happened, my mom would be in a huge trouble for it. That's what Jessica was manipulating Emma to do, and Emma was very she was very you could trust her, and she was very against it. But they ended to do that. Jessica did that, and Emma was taking photos of them doing that because Jessica wanted, but Jessica never released these pictures because she wasn't that dumb. And we had a WhatsApp group for this horse gang we had, and there I said that, hey, I'm looking for a new horse. And Jessica was immediately being asking everything and being very happy for me and asking so many questions as possible. And I could immediately again see that she's not there asking because she's curious, because she never was actually curious. She asked a lot of questions, and I even showed the information of a horse we were planning to buy. And this Finn horse was very young. She was 5 years old, and we were really planning to buy her. But we didn't buy her in the end because the owner of the horse said that, yeah, actually when I think about this, she's very wild. She probably won't fit for a 15-year-old child, which is very mature to say from a horse seller. So after Jessica was asking a lot of questions about this horse I was supposed to buy, goes 1 hour, maybe 30 minutes, and Emma sends me a message that, hey, you know what Jessica's talking behind your back? And I was like, what? And Emma sent me a voice message. Jessica was so dumb that instead of sending a message, she actually sent a voice message. Voice message. You cannot say that, yeah, it was my friend who typed that or something. It was her voice. You cannot talk yourself away from that. Jessica's voice is so fucking pissed. And before you confused, why did Jessica just talking me to Emma, was because Jessica thought that she was manipulating Emma so well that she would not tell me that stuff. Jessica ruined her moment because she trusted someone too much, or more trusted herself, her own progress too much. Because she knew we were besties at the time with Emma, so she somehow thought that they would be more close than we were. She was just so in deep her manipulations, so she lost reality from that. And she was in this voice message insulting me like crazy. You could hear from this voice message how mad she was. She was how can you a person was so pissed, some poop. She was so pissed that her voice was shaking of jealousy. And she was insulting me. She was insulting me because I told her what my plans were, and I told to compete and train and become a better rider. And she was she thinks she can, she don't even jump big fences with this pony she had. She is so pussy, why does she think who does she think she is? She is so stupid, ha ha ha, this horse is so shit horse that she really thinks she can do anything with her. She don't even know how to ride this Welsh pony she has. It was something like that. I don't have this voice message anymore. It was really stuff like that. And I was laughing of this because first I could not take it serious because her voice was so shaking of jealousy and anger. It was so pissed message that you could not take it as an insult towards yourself. It was full of 2 minutes of person ranting you without any pause, with a shaking voice, and I was laughing with Emma like crazy, and we were wondering how does this person have nerves to come to someone's best friend at that moment. And Emma was of course defending me, and Jessica was something saying against it, I don't remember anymore. At some point it happens that Jessica asks me more. Oh my god, Jessica asked me more about this horse maybe after 2 days. I said, why do you care so much? It was some super dumb questions how big fences are you planning to jump with her, like something like this. Like seriously, it was not interesting. It was more like person trying to get something dumb answers from you so she could trust you behind you. I said, why do you care? Like, I don't know. And she was saying something like super ass-licking stuff again, like, yeah, because you're so good. So, like, I don't remember, something super ass-licking stuff. It went a bit further where she was lying in front of my face. I don't remember. And then I had so big, because I remember we were together in stable with Emma at that time, and I was like, can I send this voice message to this WhatsApp group in front of everyone? And Emma said, of course you can, like, she knows we are best friends, like, what did she expect would happen even? And I was like, yeah, like, this is not backstabbing from Emma, this is what did you expect would happen. And I sent this voice message, like, you can reshare the voice message front, like, to your friends or to our groups, and I resent this WhatsApp voice message to this horse group we all were in. I had so big laugh, and I asked Jessica in the time, like, oh, you don't really seem to be that supportive in the end though, something like that. And all the people in this group were like, oh my god, like, they were laughing, and they were like, uh-oh, like, they could smell the cringe, they could smell that cold sweat from Jessica when she listens her own voice. And all of what Jessica gets out of her mouth to answer in that, like, group was that, well, my opinions are my opinions, nothing else. And I was like, okay. And after that, we had a very infected relationship with Jessica after that. We didn't really talk together anymore, and she was very, like, I could see she was planning some kind of revenge on me. And I don't know what she had been doing behind my back, because nothing really seemed to be worked, but I knew that she was talking a lot of behind my back. Like, I know this kind of people, they don't leave you alone. What kind of the revenge at some point was back to me was that this happened in 2020, so it was many years later. The thing is, we ended luckily to the same school in the same year, in the same class. It was like a horse school. It was like high school, but not a high school. And a lot of students was telling me, because I bring my horse, like my new horse there with me, and a lot of people was telling me that she was trash talking me in to my other classmates, my horse, a lot, all the time. So I could smell that she was still very jealous of my life in the time. And what is kind of like revenge, or how I could confirm she was trash talking me a lot without no one telling me, was she got a horse, not own horse, but a horse she was training, because of the owner was too busy in high school to do anything with that horse. And she was training and riding this horse every day. And she was borrowing our fields to ride. The horse did not live in our stable, though. She just borrowed places to ride and train, like the riding area we had. So what she is doing is that she is paying money to my mom that she can borrow the riding arena to train this horse, because where this horse lived was, they did not have riding arena for that. And it was many kilometers away, so it was quite a ride to borrow almost every day or riding arena. At some point, she puts picture when she's riding this horse in her Instagram My Story. Okay, listen closely. She takes a picture where you can clearly see or like car road, because it's very personal. It has a lot of like certain trees and stuff, so you could very well see. And she was making very well sure that I saw that it was my home, what she was recording on her horse. Well, the path, not our house. And she marked her friend who was in my class in the horse school, and in her class, since we were in the same class. She marks her, they were besties at that time, and she types, in this famous place again, ... And it was clearly like it was typed in Finnish the way that it was an insult, you know, like making sure that everyone, especially me, sees that she is trash talking me a lot behind my back. And I think she did this because she knew I was watching her stories at the time, and she knew that I did not like her, and she knew she didn't like me. When I'm thinking why she did this, like many years later, as after we had this beef, was because she was trash talking me a lot, but I never came to her to talk of it anymore. She probably wanted to get that attention from me and make sure that I know that she is trash talking me a lot and make me look like stupid or bad or something. I think she wanted me to know that she was doing this, if you get what I mean. It was very confusely told. And nowadays we have literally no contact anymore, like no connections. I hope I wasn't too confusing when I was explaining myself. And I don't want to talk about this stable or how it looks. Okay, here's Vanilla. Why am I so blind all the time? Ooh, Vanilla looks so cute. Leave a subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and if you want to see more story times. Like, I hope I'm not confusing or too slow to tell my stories. If you're detailing your opinion too much, leave a comment so I know how to tell better the story times next time. Anyways, we will see in the next video, so bye.